Hi, I wanted to share some of my recent thrift finds. I have gone to a couple of places. Today I just got back from one. I went with my mom to Savers, and yesterday I had gone with a friend to an antique store I haven't been to in several years. And I found some wonderful things, and I took some video footage. Definitely not a professional at this YouTube thing, and it is vertical. So I was just going to do a short, but then that was going to be a little bit too long. So I'm just going to put it in here and I'll post it as a short.
Right back.
Probably clicked on this for is to see the things that I found. So I will start with the things that I got yesterday at the antique store. The first thing has to be my absolute favorite. Oh, you're gonna sit with me? And it is this gorgeous, at least to me. Look at that. And it is from the 1940s. And it is this gorgeous, I'm sorry about the glare. I think that's pretty good. You can see even just the frame itself, even on the back, it looks like it was backed with some, I don't know if that's wallpaper or wrapping paper. If you can see that, it looks like little children. But this is, first of all, it's heavy. The glass is very heavy. And the print is just absolutely gorgeous, considering I am working currently on finishing my latest 18th century dress. This was just so perfect. And it was $5. So I'm thrilled to have found that. That was the first thing. Then I started to get the feeling, you know what? I'm feeling like there is, I have a skirt on in this horrible little corset top that I just threw on to go meet my mom. And it's the type that the sleeves just keep, the little straps keep falling down underneath the entire time. Ugh, it's so irritating. I think I'm going to be donating it as soon as I film this. I started to get the feeling when I was in this antique store yesterday that there's got to be fabric here. I know there's fabric here that I can use. So sure enough, I found some fabric and I love it so much. So I got this little, it's just sweet, you know, to make all kinds of things, little purses and hats and maybe like a little pinafore top, very cute. This one, I'm thinking I could put on the back of like a jacket. There's actually two panels. So cute. And these were like $2. It was $2 for this hunk of fabric. And then, I thought I had one more. Did I have one more? No, maybe this is the last one. This is my favorite because it's pink. But you can see the little, that's not really showing you, it's still got the pin in it. There, little bears, and I think it's vintage, and I love it, absolutely love it. Each one of these is like a little over a yard, so I got those. I found this gorgeous, you know me, and a petticoat Oh, this one is just beautiful. And I love it. Just to throw on with like cowboy boots and a t-shirt. And it had this really interesting, see the little hand done tucks and then those little openings. I think that's to run a ribbon through. I think that's what that was. So I think I will be doing that because there's some also little buttonholes on the back. So anyway, I will be definitely wearing that, wearing the heck out of it. Then I found this, it's a quilt, and I found this duvet cover and I knew right away, I said, I'm getting that. I've got to get it. I've got to make a kimono and put it in my shop or my booth. It is just so stunning. Can you see that? That's the center medallion. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. And then, you know, it has the design on each corner. So I don't know that this is super old, but I absolutely love it. And I think it's going to be stunning to use all the different parts of this. I'll try to get these little smaller medallions like on the sleeves. So I got that. And at the same booth, I had seen this quilt and pillowcases. Now I know that these aren't old. And I thought, oh my gosh, I love that. But my friend has pretty much the same taste as me. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to buzz around here and I'm going to come back and I'm going to circle back and I'll bring that and show her. Sure enough, when I had found these other things, I brought them to the register for them to just like hold my pile. And when I came to check out, ultimately in the end, she had this and I said, oh good, you got that. I was going to show it to you. And she said, no, I got it for you because I knew that you could use it. How funny. And it was 60% off in this booth. So all told, these two pillowcases and the whole quilt, which I think is full size, which is the size for my bed. So I'm thinking I'm going to be hard pressed to actually use this one to cut it up. Again, it's not vintage or anything, but it's just beautiful. And all told, this quilt, the two pillowcases, it came to $8. So I couldn't be sad about that. Yeah, I love that so much. So that was yesterday. Many wonderful blessings. I hope I'm not flashing you with my shirt. Okay, so today when I went with my mom, just for an impromptu little thrift session, I got some nice things. First of all, I found this fabric that is not my normal color scheme, but there was something about it. It just really attracted me to it. So initially I was not going to get it at all, but I kept looking at it and looking at it, and I'm trying to see. I would need my glasses, but I'm going to have to look that up and see what it says because I totally can't see it right now. I'll put it on the screen. But I really thought this was so pretty. And there isn't much there. There's just a yard. But yeah, I loved it. And it was $2.49 plus my 30% senior discount. Not bad. The next was something that I almost never wear. I definitely don't wear them out of the house, but even around the house, I hardly ever wear them. I wear like little sleep shorts to go to bed, but I don't wear shorts. But these little vintage Gloria Vanderbilt, what looks like they were jeans at one point, someone cut them. I just could not resist. That pattern of the fabric is just so nice. So I thought just like with a t-shirt or a white button-down shirt, I thought they were so pretty, and I might just wear shorts. Those were $6.99 less 30%. So very good deal. Then I went over to the shoes and I found these really nice leather boots that look like they were barely worn by the company Spring Step. So These, if you know anything about that company, these are super comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Even they have a rubber sole and they're all padded inside. So I really thought those were nice. I've never had gray cowboy boots before, even short ones. So I love those, and those were $9.49 plus 30% off. So yeah, that was a nice find. And lastly, I ended up getting something that I would never buy normally, but because I am working on the 18th century dress that I am sitting below the bodice right now, I really wanted to do some nice shoes, and I wanted to do them, you know, with ruffles and bows and very 18th century, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them. So I got these, and they were $5.49, and I'm going to have to do a video showing how I redo these because I don't want them gold. But I think I can make them look, you know, very frilly and girly. And because they have that sort of lower, what do they call them? Court shoes? I don't know. But the shape was generally pretty close. So for $5.49 less 30%, that's what I'm talking about for something that I'm probably, you know, not going to wear many times. They're a tiny bit tight, but again, primarily I will be wearing them for photos and, you know, the odd time that I go and wear the dress. So it is coming along. It is doing really well. You can see from here we have the panniers on, and that is the top. I have to turn in all of the facing, and I have to hand tack it to the underside. So I'm maybe a third of the way through with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using this as a bow or if I'm going to use like a little cluster of flowers for the center of the bodice there, because that cut is very cleavage heavy for me, being bigger busted. So I'm not sure I want to be all flashing like that. But, and these panniers I had made, they're not near me right now. I had made a whole new pair for this dress, but these, when I had done the red dress, the red gown, I will link to that video of when I did the last one, the last 18th century dress. I had, because that fabric was so heavy, I had to double reinforce and use heavier boning in these. So I've tried this on with this dress, which is not a lightweight fabric because it used to be curtains, the floral fabric that I'm making the dress out of. They were just thrifted curtains, but it's a lot lighter than the bark cloth was. So I think I'm going to end up using these that I made for the last dress, which are actually made out of thrifted sheets. And this is vintage eyelet. I've had this from a collection I had gotten from someone from a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. The only thing I have to do is turn in all the facing and hand tack it, and then do all the eyelets in the back to fasten it up. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching my little haul. I always think it's interesting to see what other people find out there in their treasure hunting. But that antique store was wonderful. I think the lady told me yesterday, because it used to be owned by someone else, and then this company took it over and built like this big compound. But I think she said now it's a not-for-profit, so it made me even happier to buy from them. And other than that, I have got weeding to do right now, and I need to get that done so I can go to the store and get myself a reward of chocolate. I'm out of chocolate. Oh no. Oh, you're gonna settle down now, huh? No, mommy's got stuff to do. So anyway, have a great day. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye. You gotta get up, baby. Yeah, I gotta get up.